Hey guys, today I'm going to be attempting to make a Renaissance Festival haul video for you while also trying to feed my baby right next to me. So if you hear her fussing or crying, I'm sorry. So this haul is going to be everything I've ever bought from the Texas Renaissance Festival, with the exception of a couple things like from the Ohio Renfest, or I bought some things from the thrift store that came from the Renaissance Festival. But this is going to be a two-part series, so basically this video is going to be all clothing and accessories and anything that I would wear on my belt or that Ryan would wear on his belt. And the next video would be like home decor, weapons and stuff like that. And this is going to be everything up until 2019. I won't remember absolutely every place that I purchased these items from, and I won't remember all of the prices, but I'll try to name off as many prices as possible and from where they came from, as long as I can remember them. So I'm going to start off with the most expensive thing I've ever bought, period. And you might have seen it before if you saw my Ravenswood leather video, but this is the Ravenswood leather bodice that I have. I got it the year before last year, so 2018, when I worked at Ravenswood. And this piece is absolutely amazing and gorgeous. I'm not going to spend too much time showing off this item just because I already have another video totally dedicated to Ravenswood leather. So if you want to know more about Ravenswood leather, you should just go check out that video. But just know in this video that Ravenswood leather is the best quality leather clothing that I've ever experienced or heard of in my entire life. It's extremely durable. The customer service is fantastic and the best. So if you're wanting like really fancy, well-made leather clothing and accessories, you definitely need to check out Ravenswood leather. All right, so since I started off with Ravenswood leather, I'll go ahead and continue with the rest of the stuff that I got from Ravenswood leather. So at the Texas Renaissance Festival, you have to wear something on your head if you work there. And before I got this hat, I just picked up this really pretty scarf and I wrapped it around my head like I did in the Ravenswood leather video. It's really pretty. It kind of reminds me of like a fairy scarf. It's very simple, kind of see-through, and it's got these really pretty almost like tie-dye effect. It's really pretty, and I think it was like about 20 bucks. Oh, and the Ravenswood leather bodice was about $550. That's after getting like premium leathers and the hood added on and everything. So, all right, next item is this little pouch. It came with my Ravenswood leather bodice. It's just a very simple pouch. I keep my dread beads in this one, which I just realized I'm not wearing any, and I could be wearing some. Oh goodness. And then I bought this little pouch. I think these were like 12 or maybe, this one might have been 7. I don't really remember. I bought this one because it is the Renaissance tan leather on this side, which is also what the main leather on my bodice is. And it is the softest leather I've ever felt in my entire life. It is the best leather ever. I don't know why. It's like softer than deer leather, and it's cow leather. So if you really like soft leathers, I would recommend asking about the Renaissance premium leather, and this one's in the color tan. Anyway, I would put it on my belt when I was working there in the front, and I would just kind of play with it like this because it was really soothing and soft, and I love it. All right, next item. I didn't actually buy this. My boss made it for me and for the rest of the staff. We all got these name tags that we put on our belts. I really like the idea of this. So it's just this leather name tag that you can snap around your belt. And I'm thinking about getting my own that says Mika and have like brown colors and stuff, because I really like the idea of this. Anyway, last item is this gorgeous, amazing sheep's pelt shearling. It's super soft, super thick, and I absolutely love it as a throw. I throw it on like my couch or just my storage containers. But in the winter at Renaissance Festival, I wear it around my shoulders like this, and I have these clasps that I really should show you, but they're in the other room right now. But basically, I clasp on one side and on the other side, and I hold it right here, and then it just kind of helps keep me warm. When I went last year in 2019, they weren't selling these at the time, but that might have just been because they didn't have them in stock that weekend. I really wanted to buy another one. These are also really good for babies because they don't smother, because if they stick their faces in the pelt, they can still breathe. But I haven't been using it for that purpose because she tends to pee through her diaper or she spits up and stuff, so she's already peed on this once. Yeah, I just don't use it for that purpose. Alright, that's all of the Ravenswood leather stuff, and now I guess I'll move on to this really awesome pterodactyl bodice. By the way, if it looks like my bodices don't fit me perfectly anymore, like my boobs are bulging out, it's just because I'm a breastfeeding mom, and that's what happens to breastfeeding moms, their boobs get really big. So this bodice was, I think, around $160 or $70. It is deer leather, it's super soft, and I love this sort of like scrappy foresty look to it. The only thing I don't really care for is how it laces up in the front, just because, like, especially when my boobs are really big, I can't wear it. Like, I literally had to pump before this video just so I could wear it because it wouldn't fit around my boobs. But I just wanted another bodice other than the Ravenswood bodice. I wanted something that I could kind of more lounge in, but still be in character. The other bodice is a little bit less comfortable just because of the snaps in the front, and it's like I make it super tight so that it fits around my body. Very complimentary, that's the right word. You know, so it really shows off all my curves and everything. It's kind of like wearing a corset, but not quite as tight. Like a regular fabric corset would be extremely tight, and you can't breathe. You can breathe through the Ravenswood leather bodice, but it's still not the most comfortable thing in the world, especially when you're just trying to relax after working for 12 hours. So I bought this bodice to be like a relaxing bodice, or just a secondary bodice to choose from. So if you like your leather to be more scrappy and look like a forest type character, or maybe even a barbarian, or someone who wouldn't wear like perfectly tight and well-made leather clothing, like a whelp, for example, then you should go check out the pterodactyl leather place. Alright, here is the next bodice. I got this a long time ago. I don't have the straps on it right now, but I'm actually thinking about giving this one away. I bought it a while ago, and it doesn't fit me anymore. It was like an extra small, or even a child large maybe. Well, it says small. I don't believe it. Oh, cutie! It was really tight on me when I was a teenager, and now it's just, I could probably still wear it and have my boobs bulging out, but I also can't think of anything that I would wear it with. I think it's beautiful. I love the green and the flowers on it. My baby's cooing away. But yeah, I don't know. I just can't think of a coordination that I would wear this with. I don't wear girly, frilly things. If I wanted to wear something more fancy and girly for like a special occasion that would be fancy, I'd probably just get like a Viking style dress or something. But yeah, basically I don't want any more, and I'll probably give it away. I'll either give it away on my channel at some point, or I'll find someone in person to give it away to, because I don't want it. It's still a really nice bodice though. Alright, for my last bodice, this is the first bodice I ever bought. It is a 𝔐𝔲𝔰𝔦𝔠 bodice, and this was, I think, around $40. I've worn it quite a few times on my channel. I wore it to the Renaissance Festival last year because I was pregnant and I couldn't wear my leather bodices, so I had this really cute crop bodice on with my belly like bulging out of it. And then this piece under here I got from like a Halloween store online, but it's like a nice little complimentary piece that I wear underneath this bodice. It just adds an extra layer of color, I guess. I don't like to wear this one as much anymore because I don't really like to show off my belly anymore. Last year was an exception because I was pregnant, but I still definitely want to keep it because it's really cute, and anytime that I do want to show off my belly, I'll wear this one. Alright, this next piece, oh goodness, sorry if it seems like I'm kind of rushing through this. I'm trying to hurry up before she starts crying and stuff, because it's not easy to make a video while she's content. But anyway, here is a blouse. I don't remember what store I got it from, but I remember it was about $25 because I was like, wow, that's like Amazon prices. It's a really good price for a blouse. And I just needed something simple to wear underneath my clothing for the winter time. So usually what I do is I wear a sweater underneath it all, and then I put this on top of the sweater to hide the sweater, and then I wear my Ravenswood leather bodice on top of this, and it keeps me nice and warm in the winter. And then another 𝔐𝔲𝔰 piece, if I can get this back on there. I bought this for Ryan, and it goes underneath his Skyrim Mage's robes that I made for him. We're actually working on a new costume for him, and it's going to be like a really badass Viking style armor piece, or that's what we're planning so far anyway. I haven't actually started the process of buying it because I made him the Skyrim Mage's robes just so he has something to wear at the Renaissance Festival, and after a couple of years of wearing it, now he's like, well dang, I look like a peasant, so I need to wear something badass. So next year that I work at the Renaissance Festival, which will be at Ohio Renfest, not Texas Renfest, I'll save up the money to get him a brand new costume. But this is also a good piece to just like chill in, especially when it's hot. Alright, next piece. Ignore the mushrooms, I bought those on Etsy. But this is a really cool canvas belt. This is also one of the first pieces I've ever bought from the Renaissance Festival. I think it was like $40, and that's why I bought it, because I had the money to spend on it. It was affordable and not like $200 or whatever for a leather pouch belt. But I really wanted a belt that had pouches on it. Now I kind of want a belt with no pouches on it so I can customize and put whatever I want on it, because it's hard to find things that'll actually fit around this belt. A lot of times I have to tie it around, like these mushrooms I had to tie around. She's being so cute, do you hear her? But it's just a nice simple belt. It didn't come with these straps. It came with canvas straps that matched this color, but I didn't like the brown on brown, so I chose these like reddish color laces to match my hat. But I do like these little holes, these little rings that you could tie stuff in them, like laces, which is what I did to the front. But if you're going to the Renaissance Festival and being in costume, especially if you're working there, you have to have pouches because you need to be able to carry all of your stuff. So, alright, since I already have my belt out, oh no! Okay, I'm going to use one hand to feed the baby and one hand to show this off. So this is a really cool Rena's leather like canteen or glass bottle covered in deer leather. It didn't come with this necklace. I just found that necklace, who knows where, Walmart or something during Halloween, and I put it on there just to add some character to it. But this is really old. I got this several years ago. Again, one of my first purchases from the Renaissance Festival. And I don't actually drink out of it. I can. It holds about one water bottle, like a regular size water bottle. But because I don't have any way to easily attach it and take it off of my belt, I have to tie it around the belt. I just don't feel like taking it off and putting it back on all the time. So when I was working at Ravenswood, I just drank out of a tankard, and I just had this on my belt for display basically. Plus when I fill it up with water, that just adds even more weight to my belt, and I got a lot of random crap on my belt. So yeah, for me personally, I just keep it empty. This cork didn't come with it. It had a regular cork, and this came from like a bourbon bottle. I just really like the cork, so I added it on there. Raina's Leather is another one of my favorite Renfest shops of all time. She makes amazing stuff, mostly accessories. She does have a little clothing selection. She also has a scrappy look, kind of like pterodactyl leather, but it's mostly like these kind of canteens, pouches, and just other kind of accessories. Some hip scarves, like leather hip scarves, and tank tops. Oh, and really cool, like whimsical fantasy Viking style helmets, like with the big horns and everything, but they're really, really well made. So yeah, definitely check out Raina's Leather. Alright, so this item, well, first of all, it's a fox pelt, obviously. It's a pretty small fox pelt, but I think it's like the perfect size to wrap around my belt, because if I got like a Ravenswood leather fox pelt, which they do sell fox pelts, they're like huge, like the size of wolves. That wouldn't really work that well around my belt. But I actually got this fox from the Ohio Renfest, my first year I went there. I went Halloween weekend, and it was like 30 degrees, and I was wearing hardly anything because that was back before I got my winter stuff. So I bought this to use as a scarf, but now I just put it on my butt, basically, around my belt, and it's a full pelt minus the legs, and I have this leather like strap going through the mouth and through the butt, because when I put it around my belt, sometimes it kind of shifts and it starts to want to like fall off my belt. So basically I have a tie around so that if it does fall off my belt, it won't completely fall off and I won't lose it forever. It'll stay attached to me, but then I'll just have to readjust it. Because I've done that before. I've bought furs before. I like put it around my belt and then they fell off and I lost them forever. So I definitely didn't want to do this, which was, by the way, $100. All right, next item is this really simple fan. I got it because it is hot in Texas. And I'm actually going to figure out a way to put it on my belt for next year when I work there, or I'm going to audition. I'm not saying I'm definitely gonna work there and make it, but I probably will. I'll at least go to the job fair if I don't make the auditions. But it's just a really nice fan. It's one of the smaller fans that they sell there. I don't remember the shop. Several shops were selling this. It was about $15. This actually started coming apart. Started coming off of the base, so I had to hot glue the inside to keep it from falling apart. But it works really well. It keeps me very cool when it's hot out, and it's just something that I really needed. I needed something to keep me cool, and when I was working at Texas Renfest, I was using a fan that did not match my outfit, but I actually got one this year, or last year, 2019, that matches my outfit. So it actually feels really good right now because of this hat. This hat is hot. Speaking of this hat, the actual company that makes this hat is called, I think, Mad Hatter or Mad Hatter Mary. but they sell it at the store that's like a combined store. It has a big sign that says like Alley. It's next to the first stage on the right side, on the right walkway column. I don't know the right words to use, but it's the store that sells a bunch of wooden statues, where I got my wooden mushrooms that I'll show you in the next video. But they sell a bunch of random crap. I say crap, not actual crap, like really cool stuff. It's another one of my favorite stores at Renfest, even though one of the customers there was really rude to me 2 years ago. But their store is really amazing. Most of their staff's really good. When I picked out this hat, they had like a big selection, well, not a big selection, they had a selection of these hats in different colors and different styles. And I had about 5 staff members helping me pick out the best hat that matched perfectly with my outfit. And it was really fun, and we had a blast. It was kind of like when you go and pick out your wedding dress and all your friends are there like, that one looks good or that one doesn't look good. It was kind of like that, but with this hat. It was a super fun experience, and yeah, I recommend that shop a lot. By the way, at some point, I am going to make a video showing off my main Renfest or LARP outfit. It's going to be kind of like a get ready with me sort of video, and I'll kind of explain like the importance of layering up like accessories and stuff to make it really personal. So I will show you what I look like at Renfest, and I'm continuing to add on to it. It's a problem. Spending way too much money on one costume, but I wear it every weekend at Renfest, and sometimes more than that. So anyway, next item is a cute little dragon pet. I didn't actually buy it from the Renaissance Festival. An ex-friend gave it to me, she got it from the Texas Renaissance Festival, and apparently this is a very old edition. I had someone at the Renaissance Festival tell me that they hadn't seen one of these. They haven't been selling these for like at least 15 years or something. So this one in particular is really old apparently, but I wear it around my left bracer, and yeah, he's just a cool little dude. I really like these dragon pets. I like how you can pose them in different ways, and you can add little armors and stuff to them. And this one in particular glows in the dark. It has like these little green points that glow in the dark. Yeah, he's just a cool little dude. Alright, next thing I got, I've decided not to wear them anymore, but they are the Eridani moon elf ears. I got them from the elf store, or the elf ear store at the Renaissance Festival. But you can also get these online. Well, you can get a lot of stuff online actually. I don't want to wear them anymore because, well, I might occasionally wear them. I do like the shape of them, but I don't like how they're just tips, and I don't like how these have a really hard time staying on unless I glue them down. They're just not my favorite anymore. I got these new ears recently, which I'll show off at some point in an Etsy haul, because I got them on Etsy. But this store has really good looking ears. Unpopular opinion here, but Eridani ears are a little bit overrated. They do look good, but in my opinion, there are better options out there for elf ears. And these were $25 at the Renaissance Festival. I got these for 10 bucks, not including shipping. After shipping, it was like 17 bucks, so either way, they were still cheaper than these. And in my opinion, they look a lot nicer. And this store has a lot more variety of ears, so. But if you do want to buy Eridani ears, they do have a bit of a selection. They have more than just these ears. They have really long ones, really short ones. They have like mermaid ears and stuff. But they all are pretty much just ear tips, and they don't cover the whole base of the ear. Next item is a really cool wooden tankard. This is Ryan's tankard. I actually want to get one that has like wooden bark texture on the outside, but I had this one in the video because he actually wears it around his belt. He's okay. He has a really nice sturdy mug tankard. He usually drinks his beer or liquor out of this. Everyone say hi to Breed. Hopefully this video's comments don't get disabled because I have her in this video for about 2 seconds. But yeah, Ryan keeps this around his belt, and I'm actually going to, excuse you, and I'm actually going to get him a frog for this so he can easily take it on and off of his belt. Alright, last item, but definitely not least, I have this really awesome turtle pouch purse thing. Another one from Raina's Leather. I wear this on my butt, basically around my belt at the Renaissance Festival, but I also occasionally use it as a purse in real life because I just love it so much. But it is made out of deer leather and a turtle shell, and this is definitely one of my favorite purchases from the Renaissance Festival of all time. Anyway guys, I think that's everything. If I forgot anything that was like clothing or accessories, I'll just add it in the part 2 of this Renaissance Festival haul video series. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in the next video.
Say bye.
Say bye to the baby.
Say bye.
Say bye, Brian. Bye bye. She's looking at Daddy right now. Bye bye. Say bye bye.